The book of Matthew was written by Jesus' apostle Matthew, sometime between 55 and 65 AD. Matthew set out to convince a mainly Jewish audience that Jesus is in fact the promised Messiah from the line of David. Throughout his account, Matthew points out specific connections to the Old Testament in order to communicate that Jesus is no ordinary man. He is the Messiah foretold by the prophets, Emmanuel, God with us. Crowds gather to see Jesus' miraculous healings and hear his contradictory message of what it looks like to follow him and live in God's kingdom, where the poor and wealthy alike are called to turn from their sin. Matthew presents Jesus as a figure greater than Moses, with authority to establish a new covenant with God's people. Jesus points to himself as the fulfillment of the Old Testament prophecies, yet his words and actions contradict the expectations of the people. He isn't a military victor or a conquering king, rather a humble teacher and suffering servant. The religious leaders find his claims blasphemous and sentence Jesus to torture and death by crucifixion, demonstrating their complete misunderstanding of the prophesied Messiah. 3 days later, Jesus conquers death and calls his followers to go and make disciples of all nations, spreading the good news, Jesus' fulfillment of the law, bringing restoration to the shattered relationship between God and humanity through the forgiveness of sin.